I want us to talk about the January version of you. Do you remember him or her? The visions, all the goals that were set on that notebook, the big dreams. I feel like we all come into the year with so many expectations, so many goals, so many visions for the year. But then we are halfway into the year. So if you're working with a 12-week year, this is the end. This is the month that culminates the end of that 12-week year. If you're working with quarters, this is the last month of the second quarter. And every year has 4 quarters. So we are halfway, like whichever way you decide to put it, we are halfway the year. So we all know there are things that we are supposed to have done. There are things that ought to have been executed according to your list of things to do. And very few people actually actualize the things that they set to do. Mostly because we assume that the only time you can make a difference in your life is the start of something new. You see, like the start of something new, of which maybe energetically that may not be the case. For example, if you still have baggage, you still have relationships you're dealing with that are holding you back, if you still have debt that is holding you back, you see, that will not change just because January has just because you hit January. It's more of what are you doing? Like, what are you doing to also energetically change your life? You see, because we tend to come to January, we are trying to change the mindset, but in real sense, after 2nd of January, you remember you still have exams that January, so you were supposed to continue reading for something that you might have forgotten the previous year, especially if you're in like universities in Kenya. We're so messed up. So my point is, we're in June. We just hit June. I'm realizing I have this book here that I usually write out my things. I write out my to-do lists, and I also have this. This is my monthly planner. So this monthly planner is set in a crazy way. Like, let me show you, Sasa. So I am yet to actually plan out my month. This is how it looks like. I don't know if you guys can see it. I know you can see it. It usually zooms in. So there's the monthly planner, there's the monthly goals, and there's the books I'll read and everything. And then there's a habit tracker down here. I hope you guys can see it. Then the to-do list is basically just a list. You just write out your list and then you'll tick it off here. And that's in those boxes. But these books will not make me achieve my goals. What these books do is help me actualize them. Like being a visual learner and somebody who will understand things or who will always remember things if I write them. I might get an idea, so you have to jot it down every single time. This is why I have like notebooks which are always like full every single time. You see? This is like, I think, the second one for this year. It's the second one, right? Yeah, it's the second one. The first one is already over. The second one, and it's almost over. Like, these are the only pages that I have left. I only have these pages left. This is not a video to show you like everything that I have and everything that I don't have. My point is, I really want us to think. Just think about the goals that you had. Like, if you have to write them every single day, or if you have to go back to the notebook that you wrote your goals in, to now come back and reflect on them. Like, what went wrong? What really went wrong? Because when I think about it, I can say that I am maybe one of the lucky ones, because most of the goals that I had written have actualized themselves. And also thinking about the ones that are yet to fully mature it's a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. My goals were not realistic. My goals were dreamy. My goals were crazy. Like, I never advise anyone to even write realistic dreams, because what I believe is you have a God, right? A God that created everything, heaven and earth, and everything in it. So, if you are the child of God, by default, you own everything that is in the world, right? Like, that roams the earth, like roams the world and everything. So, if you want a simple car, mabati, like a car is just mabati kona engine, and some mabatis are better than others. So if you are really the child of God, why would you limit yourself to a small thing? Why would you limit God and assume that God is only capable of doing X and not Y? I believe God can do A to Z, right? A ati Z, kwani mimi ni mzungu? A to Z. A to Z, right? So I had not limited God to anything. Mostly, like, I can even say what was limiting me was me. Like, I was limiting myself in a way, because sometimes I also look at what I'm asking for. I usually also avoid asking for things that I know I am not ready for, right? So like, I ask for things that are not realistic, but also things that the person that I am is handling, like, will handle. See, or the person that I see myself as will handle. I don't know if you get what I'm saying, but yes, that is what I usually do. Okay. And I remember asking for a car. I got a car. I remember asking for, like, a driver's license. Like, that was, let me tell you something that I did that I don't know how it will be viewed by other people, but oh well, I did it because I'm a crazy person and I like testing out my faith. I like testing out faith. I like testing out if things actually happen. So there was like the 13 magical nights. Okay? Aki, if you have anything against what like that, that's on you, because I also write my things down. Like, I write the 300 things that I want God to do for me over like this year. I also write that down and it usually comes to pass. So this one was 13 nights, 13 magical nights. So I feel like I was supposed to write all my 13 wishes at once, and then what I did was I put a twist to it, all my 13 goals or wishes or wants and desires. And then I remember like, the people that I saw were, I don't know, burning them every night. They were burning it for each night. So what I will do is I will just pray, and then I compiled them. And then I remember I would, like, at the end of the night I pray about it, at the end of the night I pray about it, at the end of the night I pray about it. So at the end of those 12 days I had prayed for the 12 wishes. Then I did away with them. Like, I don't think I threw them, but I think I tore them up and threw them. Or did I burn them? Because again, you don't want people to go and open your things and read them out there. So I was left with one. I remember that so well. I was left with one. And the one was, I am the owner of a car and I have a driver's license. Like, it was more of a two goal in one, like the car and the driver's license. So the idea of that is the 12 that you have released, you have left it to God. Like, you're still working in your life, but you have left it to God. Then the one that you're left with, you make sure that you work tooth and nail to achieve it. That's your assignment now. And by the time, literally, I completed my assignment last week, but one, I think, because I think I finished my exams, my driving license exam last week, but one, and I got my driver's license, and I was a happy child. So, guys, okay, so this will be the second half of the video where I help you with an action plan to actually move forward, one that I will also be executing and one that I also need you to execute if we are going to make this other half of the year very productive. I know I'm making it seem like June is already over, but we underestimate or rather overestimate the amount of time that 30 days is. If your whole year, like you finished school, you finished all those years, you're probably 30, you're probably 20, like where have all the years gone to? Because in as much as you're young, other people are getting a lot of things done in that short amount of time. And I'm not comparing you to anyone. What I'm just saying is you do need to actually take over and take control of your life, okay? Not your phone, not the movies you're watching, because if one series is already 24 episodes long, it's already 30 minutes long. If you multiply that, that is time out of your years that have been taken away. On average, a female will live for 80 years, and on average, a male will live for 75 years. If you actually multiply that and turn it to like seconds or weeks, and also give yourself the reality that not every year or not every week will be productive. You take away from that, you're left with such a short amount of time. This being your life, this being the one chance you have to leave a legacy, to make yourself proud, to make whoever you love proud, your parents, your siblings, whoever. Just take this seriously, okay? So we are going to be scoring our life. Let me give you the outlines that we will be using. We'll be using health, money, career, relationships, confidence, spiritual life, creativity, and fun. So, in terms of your health will cover your body, your whatnot, all of those things. Where will you rate your health? Where will you rate your money, your financial situation and status right now, your career or school? So if you're in school, you're going to rate your school and your studies and your academics. If you're in the working field or whatever, you're going to rate that, your career. And this doesn't translate to money. This translates to your efficacy and your efficiency and your proficiency. Hey, am I just trying to rhyme here? In career and in school. We're going to talk about relationships. Are they worth it? The people that you have, can you count on them? The people that you have, do you trust them? Do you actually love them? Will you such things? Confidence is, people lack confidence and they don't even know it. They'll judge people, they'll speak lowly of people who are actually confident, yet they don't even have any confidence themselves. Spiritual life, how close are you to the Creator? How close are you? What relationship do you have with the Supreme Being? Yeah. Creativity is something that I love coming up with ideas. I love coming up with things. So you could also take that into consideration. And then fun is literally your social life. How will you rate your social life? Because again, if you have relationships, you can tie it down to the fun bit, but fun could be going outside, experiencing new things, adventure, adrenaline, whatever, Yeah, please rate that. Then, after you've rated everything, you can just pause the video to do all that first. Listen back through, and then work on it. Which area is hurting the most right now? Which area do you think is hurting the most out of the ones that I've listed? And then, whichever area that you find, I know most of the people will lean onto the financial side or the relationships. It tends to be that financial or the relationships, or if you're really, really spiritual or religious, you might tend to incline also more on the spiritual life. But I know mostly will be in the financial and any side. But whatever you have found, that's where your attention goes first, right? Because at the end of the day, you want to have something that you can call an achievement, I think, right? Sometimes you just need to have some sort of a purpose. And I feel like as I digress, I'm sorry I digress, but I feel like in the matrix, the whole essence of the matrix, or the whole system of the matrix, where they got the people most was, they, you see, you always have something that you're looking forward to. You always have a goal that you need to pass, right? A goalpost that is there, imaginary, but it's there. If you're in primary, you have to pass, you have to graduate to go to like grade 1 or class 1, whichever system you use. While you're between class 1 and maybe class 8 or PP1, and I don't know the system they're using, is you have another thing, like you're in maybe middle school. Then now you want to graduate middle school, you want to go to high school, you have to graduate high school. So there's always a goalpost. You want to, after you're done with high school, you want to go to college or university. After you're done with university, some people want to go to masters. Others now are being given the pressure again of getting a job and being promoted to that job. There's always a goalpost that you're working towards. I have no things with goalposts, because goalposts are the same way. If you look at it in the religion, in the Christianity bit, it's like, yes, God, heaven. Heaven is the goalpost. Heaven is what everyone is working towards. Heaven. Nobody wants to go to hell. The same way nobody wants to fail in exams. Everybody wants to pass. If you ask me, the goalposts themselves, I have no issue with the goalposts, but I'd rather you create your own goalpost. You create your own goalposts. If you're easy, like you're comfortable working day and night to just be promoted by your manager, why not work day and night also for your own goal, to just achieve that one thing, to achieve your first 10,000, to achieve your first 20,000, to achieve your first, to buy your first house. Create your own goalposts. I have no issue with goalposts. I just need you to make your own goalposts. Do not let the world, do not let the systems that you found yourself in dictate your goalposts. Okay, thank you. Now let's move forward. Then for step 2, we will write down all our January goals, the goals that you wrote as of January, inclusive of the ones that you achieved and those that you didn't achieve. Then, so you've written them all down, we'll create columns. I wish that I could edit. I don't want to edit. I just want to post it as soon as possible, because it's already the first. I want it to still have sense. You'll create the 3 columns. The ones that you achieved, the ones that are in progress, and the ones that you have ignored. This is to just show you that you're not far off, like you didn't totally fall off the ledge. Okay, of course you'll find some in progress. Whether or not you have achieved something, you have things in progress. Okay, you can't have ignored everything, right? Then pick one. Yeah, I've remembered what I meant when I said that. Pick one win for the next 12 weeks. Now we're going to adapt the 12-week year. Then pick one win for the next 12 weeks. Okay. 1. Because again, I've noticed another thing is, we tend to want to do 20 things at once. You want to do 30 things at once. Just pick one thing that we want to be masters at. One win that we want to do. And the way you're going to think about this is, already you have your list of things in progress or things in that have not been accomplished, and maybe there are other things that you have adopted over time. So we're going to come down and write the one win that you want to get. My one win will definitely be YouTube related. YouTube is my, even if it seems that maybe I'm not giving it priority, YouTube is the only thing that I'm thinking about. So we will pick one win for YouTube. So this could be, for me that is, you will write your own. This could be viewers, this could be subscribers, this could be what, like, the number of videos that I could post. So I myself, I have written my own. Let me write it. I'm not going to show you. I'm going to show you when it's done, okay? So for the next 12 weeks. So when you think about it, it has to be a goal that will make you have to collapse this timeline that you're in, so that it's easier. That's the easiest way you can do it. Make a goal that is so big that you know this version of yourself can't achieve that. So that you collapse this timeline and step into the new timeline where the new version of yourself can easily actualize it, right? So let me write mine. I have written mine, right? It's just one. You only rate one win that you want to do. Then, yeah. It can be anything. No. Yeah. Then, create a non-negotiable minimum. Yeah? What I mean is, this goal, you have to execute it consistently. And create a minimum where, even on the worst days, when you're having cramps, when you're on your period, when you're going through a heartbreak, when you found out somebody has passed away, you whatever it is, even when you're nursing a hangover, whatever, you have to do this even on that day. So this is what we call a non-negotiable minimum. It's basically the bare minimum. This thing, you have to do it. So let me give you an example. If your goal was working out, your non-negotiable minimum could be 100 squats or 50 squats or 20 squats. Okay? So instead of reading 50 pages a day, you're going to allow yourself to even read 2 pages a day, right? I don't want this video to be too long. It's already too long. Okay, then build a weekly scoreboard. Okay, higher. Mostly I prefer doing those things on Sundays, because Sundays prepare you for Mondays, and Mondays mentally is the start of the week. So if you can do your audits on Sundays and then step into Monday knowing what you did, what you did not do, what you have to do better, that is the best chef's kiss. So we'll do a weekly scoreboard, and we have to be true to ourselves. If you did it, you did it. If you didn't, you didn't. And what can you do towards it, right? Like, don't lie to yourself, and also be so true to this goal that you want to achieve. Let it be the only thing you're thinking about, because again, obsession beats talent. You need to be obsessed with this goal. Whether you're happy, whether you're sad, whether you're divorced, whether you're going through whatever you're going through, you'll need to work on this particular goal. Like, you need it, you want it, you need to have it. Like, the best people in the world didn't achieve something because they were average or just because they wanted it. They were obsessed with it. Look at Michael, for example. Michael was obsessed. If you look at people like, even people like Billie Eilish, they're obsessed with what they do. They like it. They think about it every single time. Every movie that I have watched, Akina, Bohemian Rhapsody, all of those people are completely obsessed with what they are doing, to an extent where they, because they even watched F1, and that was the main goal. That was the main message, obsession. We need to be obsessed with this goal, right? We need to be obsessed. Then, right now I want us, after we've already done this, we have written, like, we have accepted that we will have the audit, we will have everything for this next 12 weeks. And you have this particular thing that you are looking towards, right? Now, what will we do? We'll come down and write a letter to the September versions of ourselves. Just September is that after 12 weeks, that is in September, right? June, July, August, September. Okay? Then we'll come and write down a letter to the September version of ourselves. like, how do I say it? What changed? What habits have stuck? What am I proud of? What has finally started working? So if my goal was to get like a lean body, so what I'll be doing is like you're writing, I'm so proud of you. I'm happy because you have done this. I'm happy because you now have the lean body that you've always wanted to have. If it's like getting closer to God, you're like, I'm happy because of the relationship that you have with God. I am very proud of you. You have done so well. You can now experience God in a whole new level. You have listened to the voice of God. Like, all that stuff. Yeah. So before you end this video and before you leave this video, I would like to ask you to pick one goal. As I have said throughout the whole video, pick one goal that you can focus on for the next 12 weeks. Pick one actionable step for every single day that you can do without fail. Showing up every single day. I hope you're picking it. And out of all that, now make sure that you even break that action down further into something that you can do even on the worst days. For me, my goal is and always has been content creation. My goal is to show up. My goal is to just post. My goal is to be consistent. I have no control over the views. I have no control over whether people like my content or not. All I need to do is to show up, to create. And as long as I am doing my best, as long as I am showing up every single day as myself, my goal being around 300 videos, big, lump sum, I know, almost unrealistic, but the goal is mine, not yours. So watch me execute that goal. Watch me show up every single day. And at the end of the day, I'll have done what I needed to do. Whether or not after that I will feel like I need to do it, at least I gave it my all, I gave it my best. And showing up as my best, I leave the rest to the algorithm. So if you enjoy the video, if you would like to see more of this, whatever you would like to see more of, just feel free to reach out to me. Reach out to me. Leave a comment in the comment section. Like this video, share this video, and I hope it's not too late. I hope it doesn't reach you too late because it's the 1st of June today. It's Madaraka Day in Kenya. Madaraka Day. Madaraka is when we became a republic. 1st June. 1st May Labor Day, 1st June Madaraka Day. Yeah, Madaraka Day is when Kenya became a republic. I think so. So, see you on the next video. All the best. I hope you lock in this 12 weeks in front of me, in front of you, in front of your God. Bye-bye. See you in the next video.